You both said today that you love each other, and I believe it, but I'm trying to tell you, love is not enough for a successful marriage. There's so many other things that go in it. It's not just about you anymore.
Here is today's case.
But the next day I would come home in the morning, you washing the sheets again?
No.
You washing the sheets again?
No.
Yes, it did. Our sheets not that dirty, Your Honor. So why you keep washing
And
the
so
sheets?
what do you think he's doing? You think he is engaging in some kind of nefarious behavior, and then you want a ring? Do you think it's gonna get better if you get married? You think you'll trust him more? You really have trust issues.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins presiding. Your Honor, this is the case of Johnson versus Arnold.
Thank you, Juan. Latasha Johnson,
Yes.
you are suing Alton Arnold
Yes.
for $600 you say he owes you for a sofa, $1,250 you say he owes you money to a landlord.
Yes.
Okay, why don't you explain what's going on here, ma'am?
Well, I'm here today, Your Honor, because I'm just about fed up with this relationship that I am in. I feel like it's not going in the direction that it needs to go. We've been together for 6 years. He's yet to buy a ring. Also, there's a lack of trust in the relationship. And at this point, you know, he's just financially irresponsible.
What do you have to say, sir?
I'm here to prove that I'm a great guy. I mean, I'm doing the best I can, Your Honor. I just had a baby. I'm old, so I'm trying to get that under control. Financially irresponsible, I think that goes both ways. The trust is one way. Her not trusting me, even though I don't think I've given her too many reasons for her not to trust me. I mean, I don't cheat.
Okay.
I mean, I may say a fib, but I don't lie like that. I wouldn't lie about anything cheating-wise or anything like that.
Not true.
I never stepped out on her,
Okay.
you know, and never would. You know, I just want to prove that, you know, I'm a great guy. I love this woman, and I just want to make it work.
So where are the trust issues coming in?
The trust issues are mainly coming in because of stuff that he's done in the past, and that's given me a reason not to trust him. Basically, we lived in an apartment, and at the time we were living together. A year into moving in together, I had to leave my job for a family obligation, and he had to pay the rent and try to manage the money or whatnot, and the rent wasn't getting paid on time. The money was just being mishandled wrong. We were getting behind in the rent. He was still, acting as if, everything was normal when he knew that he was, basically the breadwinner and he was supposed to be paying the bills. He's still out eating out, buying sneakers.
So the rent wasn't getting paid? Were you evicted?
We did eventually get evicted, yes.
What happened with the eviction?
So with the eviction, what happened was when I left the job, we got behind on the rent. So at that point, we basically got back behind like 2 months. When I tried to suggest things like, maybe you should take lunch to work, or maybe you should cut back on the cigarettes. You don't need to buy a sneaker. We don't need to eat out. His family decided it was time to take a family vacation.
Did you go on the vacation?
We did go on the vacation because he made a big deal about it. Like we needed to go, and I didn't think we needed to go because we're backed up on our rent. We have no business on a vacation.
So where are you living now?
Right now, we live in his family member's home.
How long have you been living with one of your family members?
About 2 years.
2 years?
Yes.
Well, that's a long time.
Oh, we just had a
on?
baby about a year and a half ago, so that kind of slowed everything down. And I'll admit to you, Your Honor, I do have my moments where, spending is not wise. I was the only one working. The place where we moved to was very expensive. I never got a choice in the matter where we moved to, so I just moved in. And I thought I could handle it, but it just got overwhelming. I mean, for after like a year, so taking lunch to work wouldn't save me any money. I mean, maybe a better car because I was eating a lot of gas because I work about 25 miles away from my home. But other than that, I mean, I couldn't figure out any ways to save any more money with the amount of rent we were paying at that time. And I was just trying to rob Peter to pay Paul and play catch up.
How did the two of you, I'm curious, because you've been together 6 years. So, I mean, you talk about this, him not being fiscally responsible, but it's been a long time that you've been in this relationship.
Correct.
So were these complaints that you had at the very beginning?
No, not at the very beginning.
Because I'm just asking this because you're complaining about not having a ring.
Right.
Meaning you want to get married.
Right.
But you have all these issues.
Right, exactly. So when we initially moved out of the apartment, I was, 4 months pregnant. And when we moved in with the family member, he was paying some money for a little bit, but after we had the baby, you know, we basically now paying next to nothing. So it's no reason why we have no money saved, or there's no reason why you couldn't buy the ring, because we're not even paying.
The key word
really
is we. The key word is we.
So why don't you have money saved?
That's a
He
good
won't save
question.
any money. I mentioned to him
and she
about
won't
saving
either.
money. Yes, I have. I mentioned to you
But
about
you're both
saving.
working?
Yes. I mentioned to him about saving money. He would say, okay, we could put this money in the account, we could do this, we could do that. But when it's time to come put the money in the account, no money gets put in the account. He just takes it, don't know where it goes. It's just being spent. It's nothing saved up. And I've been telling him, I've been trying to move. I don't want to continue living with your family member. It's been too long. We need to get out.
What is your response to that, sir?
That's true. That's true. We do need to leave. I mean, I
Do
agree
you have
with
no
that.
plans? The two of you have no plans as of yet
There is no plan.
to get your own place?
Not as of yet. Not to get our own place as of yet. But it's going to be coming soon. Like I said, I'm just trying to get back on my feet too.
Well, what's
You know,
going on with the ring? She's brought that up a couple of times.
Well, the ring, I plan on getting a ring. I always told her that I'm in it for the long haul with her. Like I said, I told her all the time, every time she asks about marriage, I tell her that I am planning on marrying her, but I want us to get along. It's no sense in getting married and then getting divorced. And since the baby, we haven't been getting along. We have been arguing over like the pettiest things, the little small things here.
So you don't think you're ready for marriage? This relationship is ready for marriage?
I don't think so. I want it to be, and I want to get married to her. I do want to marry this woman. However, I think we need to get along first, because it makes no sense to be married and just yelling at each other all the time.
He wants to be in this relationship, but sometimes I feel like it's just because it's something to do. It's just he's content,
Can I
and maybe
speak
he
on her
don't want to
actions?
change things. So I've made, preparations on my own to make changes.
Yeah.
I've actually got a job offer in Florida because I'm thinking about moving out there and relocating and just restarting everything.
She didn't mention that to me, Your Honor. She accepted the job, didn't tell me about it. She told me by text. The text said exactly, I'm moving to Florida.
Why do you think he's cheating?
But I keep hearing about this one particular female telling me about her degrees and her struggles.
You think he's bringing someone into your home?
And I confronted him about that. I said, are you bringing somebody into our apartment? And he just looked at me, gave me the blank stare, sat down.
Well, also, she doesn't trust me one bit.
I've actually got a job offer in Florida because I'm thinking about moving out there and relocating and just restarting everything.
She didn't mention that to me, Your Honor. She accepted the job, didn't tell me about it. She told me by text. After 6 years, that's the text I get from her, I'm moving to Florida. Not to talk about it, talk about beforehand, would you do this? Would you be willing to do this? So, when it comes to her asking for the ring and everything, when she does things like that, it's like, do you really want me with you? Or are you just making plans to move away from me? Or you're making plans to...
Well, how long should she wait, sir?
She
Because
shouldn't...
It has been many years.
I agree. I've been in some past bad relationships. I mean, pretty bad. And they all got wrecked around the 5-6 year time. So maybe hopefully that's not because of me and not proposing. But the problem is I have trust issues with women. Not with her. I have trust issues with women.
In general?
In general, just leaving.
Okay,
so just making an excuse and just rolling out.
So your response to that is not solidifying the relationship with marriage, just letting it.
No, I think I did solidify it when we had a baby. I think we did solidify it when we were living together. Also, she doesn't trust me one bit. She's paranoid about me cheating on her all the time. I don't even go out. I don't go out.
Why do you think he's cheating?
Well, at one point in time, we were living at our apartment. It'd be periods of time where we wouldn't even be having sex. I would ask him about it, and it's not like I'm a type of person that want to get it on every day. So it'd be a 1 week would go by, 2 weeks would go by, 3 weeks. Okay, what's going on? He would tell me, oh, I'm tired. Whatever he can make up an excuse at the time.
Yeah, I am. I'm older and I'm tired.
Would come, and then
and I got
another
2 fake
particular
hips.
time, he would come home.
Sometimes it just.
You have 2 what?
Fake hips.
And you think he's cheating?
Well,
I mean, he could be just, as he said, tired and giving his hips a rest.
Well, once we stopped having sex, he would come home. It was a particular coworker. He would tell me about. Now, I understand people go to work and they communicate with their coworkers. There's nothing wrong with that. Listen to your story. That's fine. But I keep hearing about this one particular female telling me about her degrees and her struggles. You know, after a while, you're like, all right, I don't want to hear this no more. What woman want to come home and keep hearing about some woman at your job all the time?
Twice, not all the time.
No, it was multiple times. No, it's not. It was multiple.
So you think what, ma'am?
Once turns into 15
So,
times.
you know, I explained to him, I said, listen, I don't want to hear about this female no more. I don't even know why you know this much information about her. That's not for me to know. I'm tired of hearing about it. I was getting uncomfortable. So he got an attitude with me. We got into a huge argument. He ended up calling me out my name. And I basically told him to get out. After that, I had, after I said I stopped working, so at one point I had picked up a job overnight. And I would come home, he would clean up, and he was washing the sheets. He would wash the sheets, everything would be clean. That's fine, nothing wrong with washing the sheets. Sheets need to be clean, I get it. But the next day I would come home in the morning, you washing the sheets again?
No.
You washing the sheets again?
No.
Yes, it did. It went on for about over a week.
Sheets
Periods of
twice
time.
in a row. Why would I wash sheets?
We not even have sex like that. Our sheets not that dirty, Your Honor. So why you keep washing
And
sheets?
so what do you think he's doing? You think he's bringing someone into your home?
And I confronted him about that. I said, are you bringing somebody into our apartment? And he just looked at me, gave me the blank stare, sat down, didn't say nothing else about it. I said, you better not be bringing nobody in our apartment.
Because she was talking about sheets, because I was washing the sheets.
You don't no man
laundry.
wash the sheet. What man do you know to wash the sheet?
I just want to be clear. You weren't bringing anyone into the home, sir?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I never cheated on her, never even thought about it.
And I purchased these spyware glasses.
She sends me a text one day of a picture of my job.
Just letting you know that she had been by there?
Yeah, that she's been
That
by.
she has her eyes
She
on
just
you.
text me the picture, not with any text or anything.
You talk about you have trust issues, but you really have trust issues. If you'd like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Missed a show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms, and for exclusive content, go to Apple TV. What's going on with the glasses that you purchased?
Okay, so the glasses came because after like I said, I got no response about, bringing somebody into my home. So I went online and I purchased these spyware glasses. And the glasses basically had a hidden camera. There they go, right there. I pretty much put them on as, with my outfit so he wouldn't think that they was, not suspicious. I would just wear them like I was going out. You know how you dress up? So I would, make something of them so he could think of something else. And I was gonna put the glasses on the dresser, one night when I left out overnight to go to work so I could see, what's going on in my apartment.
And did you do that?
Paranoia.
I did not do it because I came to realization. I said, is this what you want to find out like this? Is this the way you want to go about this? For his safety, I just broke the glasses and threw them in the trash because I didn't want to find something out like that. That's not the way to go. So
you would rather just live a life guessing and suspecting rather than actually knowing after you made this purchase.
She knows I'm not
I didn't want to live a life like that either, Your Honor, but I just felt like...
I just don't see it. I don't see why you have this level of suspicion with Mr. Arnold.
She sends me a text one day of a picture of my job.
What was the photo of the job, though?
It was just a picture of
somebody else.
It was
actually,
a picture
I didn't
of
even
the
come
curb
to that day.
It was a
What?
picture of the curb, like it was just a picture of us selling stuff outside.
Just
the curb.
letting you know that she had been by there?
Yeah, that she's been
That
by.
she has her eyes
She
on
just
you.
text me the picture, not with any text or anything, just a picture.
So you just sending him a message letting him know
I didn't take the
on
picture.
occasion you make the round.
Fine.
So someone sent you a picture just to let you know they were just riding by his job. So anytime somebody rides by, they snatch
No,
a photo.
not normally. Not normally, no. I don't know why they decided to send me the picture. I guess
And then why did you send the picture to him?
I just felt like sending it to him.
He knows what the front of his job looks like. You think he need to be reminded?
I don't know. That day, maybe he did. Maybe I was in one of my moods. I don't know.
And that's why I just replied, if you were by here, you should have stopped
Because
by.
you talk about you have trust issues, but you really have trust issues.
She does.
I don't see why you think he is engaging in some kind of nefarious behavior, and then you want a ring. Do you think it's going to get better if you get married? You think you'll trust him more
No.
just by nature of you
No,
having a
absolutely.
ring on your finger?
No, absolutely. I don't think I would trust him more. I think it's been something for so long. It's such a problem. And it's just like I'm at the point where I'm ready to just let this go. If it's not going to happen, we're not going to get better. And I understand at some point we were having financial issues. I can understand that. But at some point when things are going good, we are getting along, it'll still come back to the same thing. No matter what, it's the same excuse over and over again. Is you never have an answer. This man has never told me, Tasha, I want to marry you. You're the one. I've never heard these words.
Have.
No, he has not. This is the first time I heard him say this today.
Yes, I have.
So it's very, it emotionally bothers me.
She just doesn't hear it. She
No.
just doesn't. You don't hear it.
He doesn't say
You don't
that.
hear it. I tell you at least
No, you
once a
don't.
week
You
that
tell
she's the
me.
most
So that's the
beautiful
real
girl in the world.
issue.
You tell me be beautiful and tell me you and marry me is two different things.
I know, but I've told you that before.
Okay, so that's the real issue in the relationship because it's been 6 years. And I have heard a number of excuses. You need to get along for 2 weeks at a time. It's been 6 years. You want to be able to get a ring. It's been 6 years. How long is too long? And she is telling you today. Tell me about the lawsuit. $600 and $1,250 you're suing for.
Okay, so the $600 is because when we got evicted, I lost my sofa, so that's gone.
What happened to the sofa?
Well, it went into storage, and we were supposed to get it out.
But you could have gotten the sofa out, right?
I could have gotten the sofa out, but, required somebody to come and help move. I can't move the sofa on my own.
Okay, and what about the $1,250?
The $1,200 was from the $35. That was half of the old back rent that was on my report. It was $3,500 that we owed to the apartment when we got evicted. So
he paid $500 towards the back rent to the landlord. You paid the other $3,000. You're suing for half of that for him to pay that remaining balance.
Yeah.
$1,500, and you agreed to pay that, sir?
Yeah, I'll pay.
As for the $600 for the sofa, I'm going to dismiss that claim because that's really both of your responsibility. You could have gotten it out of storage just as well as he could have. So that's $1,500. That's my judgment in regards to the money claim.
Okay.
As for the two of you, you're not going to be happy if you feel like you have really had to pressure him into doing something he really doesn't want to do. You want to be married to somebody who cannot wait to have that moment and share that moment and that experience with you. That's what you really want. And that's what you deserve. But he's had so many glowing things to say about you. You deserve to have that dream that you want for yourself. And I truly hope you don't settle for less, because I've seen it too many times where people acquiesce because they think it's going to save the relationship. So let me go ahead and get this ring so she can stop bothering me. Let me go ahead and do this so they can stop nagging me. It does not change anything, because all it does is the problems that you had before you walk down the aisle, those same problems are waiting for you when you get to the end. So, Ms. Johnson, I implore you, you said that you're making some life decisions right now.
Yes.
About your career, your job, the child the two of you have together,
Yes.
and your family.
Yes.
I think it's time. I think that it's fair that you do that for yourself. And Mr. Arnold, she wants to see progress in the relationship. She wants to see progress in your future and in your lives, and she's just not seeing it. She doesn't have to put her entire life on hold, and you have to be honest and fair about the reasons why you don't want to be married right now. You're not ready, because it's her life and she has a choice to make. But I'm going to tell you something, Ms. Johnson. You have to look at a person's actions. And if you don't hear another word they say, you look at their actions, because the actions truly tell the story. That's my ruling. Good luck to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Her verdict was pretty fair. But she said some pretty interesting things, just mentioning, not forcing somebody to, to go into a marriage and a relationship with you in that way. If you gotta, play tug of war with them, it's not something that you want to do, because like she said, those same problems are still going to be there, and it doesn't really fix anything. So I like what she said.
We need to work together and get this right. And we got 2 kids involved. We got to make sure that we're doing right by them and doing right by each other. And I'll always be there for you. I'm gonna try not to let you down from here on out. So we'll work on it. I think we should work on it together. And if we both have commitment, I think we'll see our way through it.